So I just came across this library called Test Containers, and it's seriously intriguing. It allows you to run tests in Docker containers.
Oh, I've heard of that. It's like having lightweight, throwaway instances of databases or browsers right in your test environment, right?
Exactly, it's such a game changer for testing. But wait, how does it even manage to create these instances on the fly?
Well, it leverages Docker to spin up these containers, but I wonder if there are any limitations to using it in different environments.
Good point. I mean, does it work seamlessly across all platforms? Like, is there potential for compatibility issues?
That's an interesting question. I think the dependency on Docker means you need Docker installed, and that could complicate things.
Right, and then there's the overhead of managing Docker itself. So what if someone wants to avoid that complexity?
They might have to rely on traditional testing methods, which can be less flexible and slower. It's kind of a trade-off.
Totally, and I wonder if the ease of spinning up a database container might make some developers lazy about database schema management.
Oh, for sure. It could lead to ignoring proper database practices because, hey, you can just throw it away and start fresh.
It's like that saying, out of sight, out of mind, right? You might overlook what's actually necessary for production.
Exactly. But then again, for integration testing, it's brilliant. It allows for more realistic testing scenarios.
True, and I love that it supports various databases and even Selenium for UI testing. That opens up a lot of possibilities.
Absolutely. But let's not forget the learning curve. Some teams may struggle initially with Docker if they're new to it.
For sure, and what about scaling? Like if a team needs to run multiple tests in parallel, how does test containers handle that?
That's a tricky one. It can manage multiple containers, but resource limits on the host machine could bottleneck performance.
Right, that could frustrate developers if their tests are slow due to limited resources, especially under heavy loads.
Exactly. And the balance of speed versus reliability is something that always needs consideration in testing.
It's fascinating how these tools push boundaries in development practices, but I feel like there's always a catch.
Definitely. And the reliance on Docker might not suit every organization's infrastructure or policies.
Good point, so could test containers potentially alienate teams not using Docker? That's something to ponder.
It might, but then again, it could also encourage teams to adopt Docker for its benefits in testing.
That's a silver lining, but I can't help but wonder if the initial setup will deter some teams from even trying it.
That's a valid concern. The onboarding process can be a hurdle if documentation isn't clear or accessible.
Right, and speaking of documentation, I've noticed some libraries have inconsistent instructions. Does test containers stand out?
From what I've seen, their documentation is pretty solid, but that's always a moving target with open source projects.
It really is, and communities can help here, right? Like user contributions can really enhance documentation.
Absolutely. A vibrant community backing a project can make all the difference in keeping things updated.
So if we think about it, test containers could be not just a tool, but a catalyst for adopting modern practices.
Yes, it encourages a shift towards containerized development and testing, which could ultimately benefit software quality.
And it's intriguing to think about how this aligns with trends like microservices and DevOps.
Right, those methodologies thrive on flexibility and rapid iterations, which test containers seems to promote.
But I wonder if there are risks of over-reliance on such tools, leading to potential pitfalls in understanding core concepts.
That's a crucial point. Understanding what's happening under the hood is essential, even with powerful tools.
Yeah, it's like knowing how to drive a car versus relying solely on a self-driving feature.
Exactly. It's about balancing convenience with a solid foundation in the technology.
So to wrap this up, test containers seems really exciting, but it's not without its complexities and risks.
Totally. And it raises a question. How do we encourage teams to innovate while ensuring they understand the underlying tech?
That's a perfect thought to leave listeners with. It's a complex dance between using tools and mastering fundamentals.
Absolutely. The journey of learning and adapting is what makes tech so engaging, right?
For sure, and I think test containers is just one facet of the evolving landscape of software testing.